congratulating the celebrant for hitting the big 5-0. I understandably should be interested in this. My wife just turned 50, so congratulations. Coming back to the issue raised, yes, it's almost trite to say that there are pressures when you go into public office of any time. And the same public, of course, that would criticize you, that would raise all manner of hell about what is going on, are also the ones that would come to you for the unimaginable pressures that happens. I always give an example of what happened to me when I just became governor. And I was living in my village, traveling to Ado-Ekiti, the capital. And after about a month in office, some elders in my community, they sought an audience and said they wanted to see me for an urgent matter. I said, okay, fine, I'll be happy to see you. And they came very early in the morning, and they started by asking if indeed I was the governor in the state. That all that they've heard is that I am governor, and they believe that it's true, but they haven't seen evidence that I'm actually governor. So, and I asked that, but the last time I checked, yes, I am governor. So they said, okay. So, have we had a governor in this axis in our state before? And I said, no, not to the best of my knowledge. And they said, is it likely we're going to have a governor here 40, 50 years after you've left this office and the zoning formula is taking the old governorship around the state? I said, well, I don't know, it depends. I will go beyond zoning and focus on merit and all that. Of course, that really didn't make an impression on them. And then they got to the crux of the problem and said, how come you leave this place in the morning and you come back at night like a thief in the night? How come you just sneak in? Are you not the governor? That thing on the vehicles, how come you don't use it? I mean, the next village, they should know it is our turn that we are the governor. And we should hear that siren 3 villages away. And I said, no, I come back here at 2 a.m. in the morning and it's not fair to disturb the peace of the village. They said, no, disturb it. We want them to know that we are the ones in charge. It's our turn to chop. And it's a very, very insignificant example, but it speaks to the challenges that you face when you're in public office. It's commonplace. The money challenges, it goes with the territory. But the problem with that relates to the implication. On the one hand, we're the ones who want those who are in public office to be held accountable. We want their feet to be held to fire. But on the other hand, we're the ones who build monsters out of them. All these superficial excellencies, executive governor, this and that, ultimately, you turn people to tingles. You then become surprised that they're behaving like monsters. Because you've given the impression that they're the best thing that has happened in your environment. They can do no wrong. They are God's representatives on earth. And anything you say, Mr. Governor, Kageso, we're following you. You just lead, we'll follow. There is no holding back. There's no, hang on a minute, Mr. Governor. Is that the right route? Is it not possible for us to go in this other direction? But then sometimes people people are afraid to do that because they don't know if they'll be labeled as being contrarian. But it's better to be labeled than to turn yourself into a lapdog. We're no longer in an era. In my view, there are no laws and we don't have serfs. We have citizens, not subjects. And citizens must behave as if they're citizens. You cannot put me in office and then turn around to be my lapdog. But we need to get that equation right. We haven't gotten it right, and that is why what you're talking about happens. But increasingly, when you have people who understand what the social contract is between the citizens and their leaders, then it will be easy to hold them accountable. And that is why I do something similar to what my brother does in Imo, because I've discovered that when you put people in charge, they're a lot more accountable. We put monies in the hands of our communities, for example, to run initiatives. And you know what? We get better bang for our buck. The work is done on time.